What's up guys, so I've gotten a lot of questions regarding B-grade sneakers. Our last two Ross videos had B-grades of Air Max 97 and others, so I wanted to do an updated video to help you out what to look out for with B-grades, who sells B-grades, and can you resell these B-grades on eBay or other platforms. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what are B-grade sneakers? These are sneakers that have factory defects, flaws, or damages. Some defects are noticeable, others are not. We're gonna look at examples of this. Now, keep in mind, whatever this defect is, it was convincing enough to be picked up by quality control. Nike will no longer sell this item at retail price. So where are B-grade shoes being sold? Ross and Nike Outlet 100%. You can find B-grade sneakers at these two locations, but Burlington and Marshalls, once in a while you will come across them, but it's not really as often compared to Ross and Nike Outlet. Now let's look at some examples. We did see this Jordan Legacy about 2 videos ago, and they were size 8.5. We found in the men's section. Now once we looked into the inside tag, we saw that B-grade stamp. Now let's zoom in a little bit further. So we noticed 2 things here. Number 1, the huge B-grade stamp in blue on the top right hand corner. We also noticed that the tag kind of got shifted, or they peeled it off, unglued. You can see some of the glue residue on the right hand side as well. Could this have been the flaw? Maybe, maybe not. Our second example, Air Max 97, we found 2 different B-grade pairs at Ross. So let's zoom in to this tag. This B-grade stamp was super light. It's not even red, it's almost pinkish, and you could have missed it if you were out there picking up shoes thinking that this one was 100% ready to go to sell, but they are B-grades. You can just see that stamp. In that same video, we also saw Air Max 97 in white and gray. This one size 9, $55, but the flaws are there. This one is really dirty. The Air Max logo on the back is fading off. We also noticed some of the marks right there on the bottom of the left shoe. Who knows, there may be even more flaws with this shoe, but those are the ones that we noticed automatically. Next one, Air Max 97 black and white. Now this one had some yellowing already on the midsole, so white turning into yellow. This is pretty common in Air Max 97 and Air Max 98. Even some of the shoes that have been great, no B-grade, they look awesome and started to turn a little bit yellow, have gotten sent back. So be aware of that, but it happens. Air Max 97 and 98. Another example, Air Max Plus in white had some cracking right there in the leather on the toe box. So just some examples of what some of these flaws could look like. Now this is an older video, but it's going to tell you everything that you need to know. Air Max 90 size 11. Now let's look at the tag. Now 2 things you need to look at here from the tag. Look at the comparable value. It says if perfect $100, so that if perfect is telling us that this is a B-grade sneaker. Also on the right hand side, you see the numbers right there, the Ross numbers, the 4001372156665. Right under that it says irregular. Another noticeable trait on the tag that tells us it's a B-grade shoe. Now unpausing that and going through the details, you can see both that we just talked about, if perfect and irregular. Now if we zoom out, I'm going to show you some of the details. The actual flaw, but this time has a sticker, an arrow pointing on what the flaw actually is. Now in this case, it's a small little cut on the side of the shoe. There's an arrow, it's pointing at it, we see it. Now even though it's not huge, if we decide to resell this shoe, we should point that out with high detail photos on our eBay listing. Another example, Air Max 95, also saw these at Ross. Now we got 2 stickers here. I'm not sure, but the green one might have been covering something, but the other one, a red arrow, is pointing at the Nike swoosh. And if we zoom in there, we see that the Nike swoosh did not have complete stitching around that curve of the swoosh. Now it might not be a huge deal to some people, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but to Nike it was enough for them to get this shoe off and send it into Ross or Nike Outlet and not sell it at full retail price because of this defect. So let's review top 3 things to look out for at Ross when it comes to B-grade sneakers. Number 1, the stamp on the inside tag. This could be red, this could be blue, but definitely notice that big stamp. Number 2, if perfect and irregular, both of those on the actual Ross tag. And last but not least, any stickers pointing to any of the flaws that are on the shoe. Now let's look at some Nike Outlet examples. In this case, the Jordan 7 Retro got put into a replacement box. Orange box with the black Jordan tag, but has the big black stamp on the corner of irregular or B grade. Here's what some of the stamps look like. It says imperfection, cosmetic, the number 2 on there in the middle. Here's one on the black box, which actually can be tough to see if you're out there at the outlets. Now some of the stamps come in different shapes and colors. This one in red, full B grade. We like that. It tells us that it is a B grade sneaker. This one is a circle with the B in the middle in red. We also have the blue stamp, which is also a little bit better. We can also visibly see that one, but we've seen some stamps that are just so tough. Look at this one. Can you even see it in there? So light, almost pink. That one is tough. Same thing with this example, size 11. But that B grade stamp, super light. You could easily make that mistake of picking them up thinking that they're 100% ready to go, but actually they have some flaws. Now at the Nike outlet, there's one shoe that's probably the most popular B grade sneaker out there, the Jordan 13 Carmelo. There is a whole backstory with this shoe, but it totally goes against our rules of having a B grade stamp on the inside or on the box. Some of them have neither, but if you are a sneakerhead, then I guess Nike just assumes that you already know that this is a B grade sneaker. So the Jordan 13 Mellow was scheduled to drop in 2018, and they unfortunately canceled every single pair, did not send them to Finish Line, Foot Locker, any stores at the mall. Here was the notification on Twitter from Finish Line: Air Jordan 13 Retro will no longer be launching tomorrow in the marketplace and will not be available in stores or online. All reservations are canceled. Oh, they eventually hit stores, just not those stores. So Nike outlet has so many of these full-size runs, and when people first started to see these at the outlets, they believed they might be a rare sneaker because they were never released in store, but actually Nike outlet keeps receiving these every month. But if you go on GOAT, try to purchase them, it does tell you B grade on the actual title. In the details, it tells you this Air Jordan 13 Retro is a Nike factory B grade with minor cosmetic flaws. So what are these flaws? Well, let me show them to you. Air Jordan 13 Retro Carmelo, and I wanted to show you guys my personal pair. And this shoe actually kind of grew on me. I wasn't really a fan when I first saw them, and I just started to really like them, seeing them more and more and getting them in hand. So this is my pair, size 11. Now, a lot of the rules that we talked about don't really apply to this shoe. We don't have that huge B grade stamp on the box. We actually don't even have the replacement box. This is the original silver box, but on the shoe we can see the flaws. So the main flaw with this shoe is that the glue that they used started to turn red. Now we can see it here. I'm trying to get the best lighting possible, but right there it's turning red. Now it does get a little bit worse on the opposite end. You can see the flaw right there with the gluing and kind of turning a little black into red. Also right here on this part where I'm pointing at. Now if you look at the right shoe, we can also see some of the red, and the other side we get a little bit more red, some dots in there, some of the glue. So this is a B grade model. But here's the weird thing. Inside tag, no B grade stamp, no huge stamp on the box. This was just kind of like one of those sneaker drops that you were looking at and they just canceled all of them. So even if you go on there, of course you want to buy them, it does say B grade on the title. So here's the real question. Should I still resell B grade sneakers online? Yes, you should. And if you go to eBay, type in B grade Jordan, you can see some of the B grades that are out there, even some pretty good deals as well. Now you should disclose that they are B grades, show the inside tag, show the stamps, show any flaws, and you should be good to go. Let's say you wanted to sell them on a platform like GOAT, then you could just click B grade minor manufacturing defects. You are fine there. Remember, defects and B grades are not fakes. They're 100% real shoes from Nike. They just happen to have some defects and flaws with the shoe. So it can get confusing from time to time. I have purchased Ross shoes that did not have the B grade stamp on the inside, but they had irregular on the Ross tag. Some were fine, some were not. We'll never know why some of them get thrown into that pile with B grade if they don't have any of the details that we talked about. But you should be good to go if you follow those 3 steps: B grade stamp and the stickers pointing out the flaws, and of course the irregular and if perfect on the Ross tag. Have you picked up any B grades from Ross or Nike Outlet? Talk to me in the comments. If you are new to this, then this video should help you out for future purchases. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Go out and get it.